Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're jumping into the exciting world of fantasy basketball and focusing on a player who's really been turning heads, Jalen Williams. Imagine having a player on your fantasy roster who offers the flexibility to play in multiple positions, giving you more options when setting your lineup. That's right. Jalen Williams just earned the rare four-position eligibility in fantasy leagues, allowing you to utilize him as a shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or even center. This is game-changing. Did you know that since Jalen took over as the starting center for the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team has an impressive 3-1 record? Now, picture this. Williams has logged more possessions at the center position than at shooting guard or small forward combined. In fact, he has 179 possessions at center alone. How valuable can that be for your lineup? This might just be the cheat code you need for your fantasy success, much like having a player with dual eligibility in fantasy football. Now let's talk about some key players who are on the verge of returning from injuries. Kristaps Porziņģis has been working hard to recover from his ankle surgery. After participating in practice with the Celtics G League team, he's poised to return soon. The buzz is that he could be back mid-December. If you've been stashing him, now is the time to get excited. Think about it. Adding a player of his caliber could give your team the boost it desperately needs. Porziņģis' presence on the court is not just about stats. It's about his commanding stature and talent. Imagine having his 20.8 points and 6.4 rebounds averaging through your fantasy lineup as part of your strategy. Even if he comes back on a minutes restriction, those points can make a significant difference. It's crucial for fantasy managers to keep an eye on his recovery timeline, as his performances could directly impact your roster compositions and overall standings. Next up, DeJounte Murray. He's back to practicing, and can you believe it? We're only about 3.5 weeks into his recovery timeline. This guy means business. There's potential for a first week of December return, which means you'll want to evaluate your roster closely. Remember, he was recovering from a hand injury and had just made a splash before going down. So, if you own him, start prepping because he can put up serious numbers and elevate your team to the next level. And let's not overlook Tyrese Maxey. This phenomenal guard has been averaging 27.6 points this season. He's about to return as well, possibly as early as Wednesday or Friday. The Philadelphia 76ers need him back to ignite their offense, which has been struggling without him. Just think, they're 1 of 5 in his absence, and bringing him back could drastically shift the momentum for your fantasy team. Injuries can drastically affect fantasy performance, so tracking these dates is crucial. A timely return from a key player could be the difference between a win or a loss. You might want to start prioritizing stashing players wisely and keeping tabs on injury report updates weekly to maximize your potential. Remember the key dates: Murray's expected return early December and the anticipated return of Porziņģis in mid-December. This is about being proactive and ready. Looking ahead, it's essential to keep an eye on the fantasy basketball schedule for Week 7 and 8. When Week 7 rolls around, it presents a 2-week scoring period which can play a significant role in your standings, instead of the typical one. This is where having a good lineup can pay off too. You'll want to know how many games each team is playing and how it affects your roster choices. It's a big opportunity. Here's what's on the plate for Week 7. 15 teams will play 6 games, while another 10 face 5 games, and just a few teams logging 4 games. As you strategize, consider how to leverage your roster based on this distribution. Consider picking up players from those teams with heavy schedules to stockpile points. By understanding how to balance your roster with the number of games played, you can put yourself in an advantageous position. Not only will analyzing opposition strength matter, but capitalizing on matchups each week can provide your lineup the scoring firepower to lead your league. For all you participants, this isn't just a game. It's about connecting with fellow fans and maximizing your enjoyment of the season. Right now, it's about strategizing and engaging with your communities to gain an edge over your opponents. Share tips, tricks, and advice with others to enrich the experience. Concede that team spirit can elevate everyone's game. Keeping up with fantasy tips and staying informed about the latest updates can make a huge difference in how your season plays out. We see so many fantasy managers sink or swim based on performance tracking. So, if you want to stay ahead, immerse yourself in community discussions, check stats regularly, and keep your ear to the ground on all injury reports and player management updates. I genuinely appreciate every one of you for joining me today. I'm always striving to enhance the quality of our content and foster a vibrant community where we all can share our insights and experiences. Your feedback is essential. What do you want to see? What products or discussions excite you in fantasy basketball? Let's make this channel interactive, ensuring we can learn and grow together through tips and strategies. I want all of you to feel heard and engaged. Drop your thoughts in the comments. It could be anything, from who you think will make a big difference post-injury to strategies you're implementing as the season progresses. Your participation helps us grow and evolve this community, focusing on bringing value and real-time insight. We all want to achieve this season, whether it's scoring points or securing wins. Fantasy basketball is about passion, excitement, and that addictive win streak. Let's embrace that vibe, keeping our energy high and reminding ourselves that every bit of effort we invest today will pay off tomorrow. We're all in this journey together, and my hope is we can emerge victorious as a united front. Remember, this is more than just sharing stats. It's about creating relationships and inspiring each other. Your opinions matter. Whether you've got insights on analyzing stats, methods for player combinations, or any tips on improving your lineups, share the knowledge. Let's build this together.